Aloha, welcome back. This is Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play. I am your host and game master, Seth R. Mitchell, and I am the author and creator of this vast world. Today I am once again joined by my players.
Hello, everybody. My name is Twilight. We play as Adalyn, the fallen witch Volpole.
And I'm Cybercat. I am here with Rick, the Ihanan fighter.
First off, Chapter 6 of Grave Secrets just went live today. New chapters are available every Thursday. Grave Secrets is an evolving dark fantasy mystery serial fiction set in Mystimon Saga that follows Kyrene as a teenager 35 years ago, as she contends with demonic spirits, a murder mystery, and an angry sister. You can find my link tree in the description below. Now on with the show. When we last left our investigators, you've solved the case of the missing children. Your own actions from the previous session actually came back to help you. In a previous session, you decided that it was too dangerous for this elderly lady to be following you, trying to investigate with you. You thought this was too dangerous. So you lured her into a padded cell and locked the door on her, telling her, look around in that corner, you might find a secret passage. Lo and behold, she did. She found a secret passage to an underground cavernous basement area underneath the sanatorium. And it was down here you found the missing children, two of which you were able to rescue alive and well. One passed away, and you dealt with the resulting servitor. And you also found a lot of evidence nailing the doctor. It would turn out that the man that you had found before, he had a name tag. He had a name tag that said, excuse me.
New NPC name. His name is
Sorry, I'm losing things here. He had a name tag, and it turned out that the name on that name tag, I've lost that name, the name on that name tag was actually the name of the original doctor in charge of the sanatorium. It turned out that this doctor, Fiona Ernman, she did something with his head and permanently damaged his short-term memory to the point that he forgets everything after about 3 minutes. You also found a lot of evidence proving that she was behind this whole scheme of implanting these servitors in these children. Is really horrendous. And it turned out that her ultimate goal was to open a gate to the void, to bring one of the ancient ones here, to bring Yog-Sothoth into the mortal realm. Well, this gave you a lot of evidence to just nail her to a wall, and that's what you effectively did. Rick, you put cuffs on her, you took her away. The two students that you managed to rescue are back at Alman Academy, safe and sound, though they'll probably need therapy for the rest of their lives. And so that woman is going to be a standing trial. And Rick, you're going to be testifying at her trial.
This couldn't possibly end badly.
No, not at all. So it has been about a week.
1 week.
It has been about a week.
There's a song about this. Sorry.
3,
4.
4.
That's so much weather.
I said 4. Give me a moment. 5, 6, 7. It is now the 1st of Kilaron Solidae of 2734. We got a windstorm outside, and we'll bounce it down to 7:24 a.m. It is 7:24 a.m. And you've been called up to Crystal's office. For once, Ada's not in trouble. For once.
All right, so why am I here?
Well, as it would turn out, we've got a case for you. Don't ask me how you're going to get there. I don't know.
Probably walking. Hopefully walking.
Well, if you try to walk to this place, you'll probably get completely drenched. And you'll probably be doing a lot of swimming. You're going to the Ocean Kingdoms. Specifically, you're going to a submarine in the Ocean Kingdoms. It's a science vessel, and they've got a bit of a weird issue. There's a reason that I have Soma here, and I may, because, well, as miners in the Ocean Kingdoms were digging into a new mine, they came upon a peculiar find. A rectangular marble box. They decided not to contact the Magi Guard about this discovery, and instead the miners set to work on opening the box themselves. That never ends well. Inside, they found a perfectly preserved body of a young woman with long blonde hair and pale white skin, looking so perfect that she seemed to only be sleeping. The body was laying in a pool of strange pink liquid that they couldn't identify. Beside the body was a strange box. In the weeks since the discovery, however, all three of those miners who made the discovery have now been found dead. Their bodies completely dried up, exactly the same as you found in Evergreen City. That mine has now been cordoned off and shut down, and the box was moved to the submarine, this science vessel, where they decided to do some research. Here's where it gets strange. Some of the women on that science vessel, and only the women, were reporting sleepless nights and strange nightmares. But the most bizarre part is that that woman woke up and she's asking for all of you by name.
Seems a bit odd and kind of sudden, but if anything, it does sound like something that we would likely investigate.
Yeah, try to be careful. Be extra careful. If the thing that is causing these dried up bodies is there, try to be super careful. It could be incredibly dangerous.
At least the keyword is try.
Yeah. So, I think Deanna actually said that she's going to go with you on this one. She is under your protection, Rick.
Of course.
So, I do think that Deanna has come up with some form of transportation to get you to the Ocean Kingdoms. Have fun down there.
Not time for the beach episode already, is it?
Well, you're going to be under the sea, so...
Probably not then.
Cue the Little Mermaid memes.
Well, if anything, let's just hope that there isn't a octopus witch down there.
So... There we go.
One undersea meme for us.
Thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Tenor.
So, you find Deanna downstairs, and she pulls out some teleport spell cards. Your favorite cards.
Oh. No.
It's Rick's favorite cards of all.
Why don't we catch a boat or something?
Do you have an airship I don't know about?
I don't know. Do I?
Do you?
Unfortunately, the airship that you had back at the ranch, Ada, was commandeered by Kyrene, so I'm sorry.
I don't think negotiations with the Magi Guard went very well.
Nope. Checks for
If anything, we
free.
can still make do with this.
Yep. So, I'm going to go ahead and delete these extra weather cards. I don't know why it does that.
I assume I should be healed up and have no conditions on me at the moment.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how am I off gold? Or was
I
that
don't know.
just
Probably remove that.
Yeah,
I'm also probably no longer sickened.
Probably.
Goodbye, Conflea. You were a good month.
It was a long month. But all the months are long, 45 months. Or 45 days, 45 days.
like 45 months. What kind of orbit are we in? Like, did we somehow get to play Saturn?
Slow death spiral into the sun. Actually, no, that would make the months shorter, not longer. We're slowly drifting away into space.
Well, science-wise, the planet is actually roughly about twice the size of Earth. And I actually have science backing me up on this one, Cyber. I remember back when you were challenging me on that for a long time. Science backs me up. In order for a lot of the Mystimon to be as large as they are, the planet actually has to be about that size.
Okay, well, that was past me arguing with past you. I'm now me.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago?
I don't remember at this point.
Yeah, maybe 15 years ago. It was just a long time ago. It was a long ass time ago. I have known this guy for 20 years.
Dawn of time. For some of you.
I think we
For some of you.
I think we met in 2005.
Jeez, like, that was when I was probably still freaking 102.
Like I said, since the dawn of time.
She dated herself.
Huh?
You dated yourself.
I guess I kind of did.
That's okay. We all date ourselves. Let's see. Yeah, make sure you're all healed up and everything.
I'm gonna leave that joke on the floor. Don't worry about it.
I have no idea how Soma only has 92 HP.
Blame the Care Bear.
I said Soma.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we're blaming everything on Charmy. There. Rest up, Charmy. Okay, Makoto's good. So, let's get all set up, and you have teleported to the Ocean Kingdoms. You find an interesting Borelvan. It is an interesting Borelvan named Forma. And Forma greets you, and he says, "Hello, I am a friend of Kyrene. I am also a friend of Divin and a few other people I don't remember the names of, but I remember Divin very, 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 very well. Did you know Divin?"
No, I've heard the name, but that's it.
You know he's a god now.
Yep, that's what I heard. The newest god on the block.
Out of character, Forma is the Morelvan who acted as a guide for you during the tribunal days when you kind of went into a like underwater type thing and dealt with a bunch of automatons.
Ah, that one. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So we brought him back. So, let's see. I heard from Crystal that... How is she, by the way?
A little more stressed out than lately.
I can imagine being the headmistress of a whole school. That must be really hard. I heard from Crystal that I'm to be taking you to the science vessel, the Excelsior. I have no idea why they named it that. That's such a surfacer kind of name, but that's what they named it. And right. There's a lady there who just woke up from a thousands-year nap who's asking for you. Are you Ada?
Yes.
Right, she's asking for you too, and she's also asking for. Are you Rick?
That would be me.
Yeah, she's also asking for you, and she's also asking for Makoto and Charmy and Soma and Aimee and Rat. I don't see. Where's Rat? You left him in therapy.
He's still walking off his time. Don't worry about it. He's
You heard that
getting back to normal.
You heard that Crystal and Deanna were upset with him over what happened with Daphne, but they didn't entirely blame him because it wasn't 100% his fault. But anyways, so we are going to the science vessel. Keep your hands and knees inside the ride at all times. I hope neither of you get headaches.
I'm not known for them. However,
You gain a point of unnerved.
are you able to put that on my character sheet?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to.
Okay. I know you'd love to.
You're up to a nerve 4. You should do something about that. Because now you need to make a save.
Didn't our week off do anything for that?
Yeah, you're right.
So it would have
You're a nerved
been
one.
one.
And Ada, you should be a nerved one as well. Actually, you should be a no unnerved.
No, it's just Rick and his irrational fear of being discombobulated and recombobulated somewhere else.
I hope you don't have a fear of tight spaces.
I don't think Ihana are known for that, generally speaking.
Does Ada have a fear of tight spaces?
No, but if there was an alternative to avoid them, she would have likely taken it. But there's no other option. Might as well try to push through with it, even if she'll probably just be cold up in a ball for most of it.
Do you have a fear of
How
water?
tight it is. Nope. The closest thing that she has is aversion to cold.
Aversion to cold. Yeah, it's awfully cold down here. Make a roll for a nerve. It's the Ocean Kingdoms. You're under the ocean. It's kind of cold down here. Oh, you did quite well.
Ooh. When we needed it
Yeah.
most.
Okay, like I was about to say, if anything, like actually dropping the ad for a little bit, like how in the fuck did all of that happened earlier today happen? And yet the first dice roll here is a nat 20.
I think the game is trying to tell you something.
It's like
Question
make
is,
up for what happened earlier today.
So,
question is it telling you just used up all of your luck for the day? Or is it telling you today is a good day? We'll find
sure as hell
out in a while.
I can sure as hell tell you that it probably isn't the second one.
given Ada's track record, probably not. Anyways,
Yeah,
y'all
but
pack
I
into
guess in
a
that case it's both in and out of Kyoto. Yes.
y'all pack into a small subship, and Forma takes off and starts zooming through the water. You're under the sea, literally, and you swoosh past a school of Dolphios. You go past a couple of Shiroshi. You see all kinds of Mystimon down here. All kinds of Mystimon that you rarely ever get to see. It's actually fun. You can see a Kaimaliki, that is a jellyfish Mystimon. You see some Eolus, and you even see a school of Ishma. Do either of you want to imprint an Ishma?
What is a
An Ishma is basically a pseudo dragon, a water pseudo dragon,
So it's effectively dragon ale.
and it evos into a full-on dragon, a full-on sea serpent.
Oh, that actually sounds really cool. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna try.
You're going to try to imprint an Ishma.
That makes one of us.
Rick doesn't want an Ishma?
No.
Okay. Okay, so Ada, make me either nature or arcana.
I'll take Arcana and public go private.
Public.
And there goes that dice luck.
Yep, that's a failure. So it has a resist point. Go ahead and make another one. That is a success. So you have one imprint point, one resist point. Go ahead and make another one. That is another success. That's 2 imprint points. One more.
There we go.
That is 3 imprint points, and you've got 2 more imprint points that you got to get. You need to get up to 5.
Was I thinking of 3 resist in order to avoid 5 to get it?
It's 5 either a 5
it's
for
5
either
either
or,
way.
a 5 for resist, 5 for imprint.
So
That
it's
is
basically
4
false to
imprint
5.
points.
So it's effectively just a false to 5.
And that is your 5th one. You have imprinted an Ishma. Congratulations.
Nice.
I wonder if I have a stat block for that one. Let's check.
Probably not.
I actually do.
Because you're supposed to cut a hellbound way back when, and now I've got a effective sea serpent.
1 second, please. Hush, Cyber.
I mean, I actually wasn't going to do that this time.
Okay,
The 20
so
seconds passed.
scale to half level. That is 7. So put it there. And to Ada's companions. Ada, you now have an Ishma. You can name it whatever you want. Let me quickly give you control. Configure ownership. There you go. You have control of this Ishma. Name it whatever you want.
Literally, Nate's name is now whatever you want.
Is that just going to be your bully joke every time it's something like named, then trying to find the name?
No, it's just a canned joke that I use about 20% of the time that it comes up.
How to figure that out? Just bullet each one in. If it's a 5 or less, you say it.
No, it's the random number generator inside my brain that tells me to do stuff.
I suppose it's just your mind is constantly using metronome. And every time it results in a psychic type move, you just go for it.
I'm not that bad.
Not as bad as the Gen 1 ghost types.
I can beg to differ, Cyber. 20 years. 20 freaking years.
Like I was about to say, about as bad as the Gen 1 ghost types.
20 freaking years. Anyways, you finally make it to the science vessel, the Excelsior. Still a rather odd name for a Morelvan submarine, but whatever.
An odd name for basically anything in this universe. I'm gonna ask him where the name came from.
You're going to ask the captain where the name came from?
Yep.
Go ahead.
But I don't remember his name. I know we just went over this.
Forma.
So Forma.
Yeah.
Where did the name Excelsior come from?
I have no idea. Ask the people who built this thing.
This is a secondhand boat?
No.
Well, then you should know the people who built it. And why weren't you the one that got to name it?
That is the way things work down here.
And if anything, I don't think we really have the time to be asking Blade 50 questions.
That is just the way things work.
I'll keep it to 5. So who built this?
Ship crew and over in the Morelvan city.
Okay. If I find the time, I will go and ask them.
Sure. So, he leads you onto the ship. Really tight quarters. You find it especially difficult, Rick.
As a large character.
So does Ada, if we're being honest. So does Ada. Because, Rick, you are... How tall is
I am
9'4". 9'4".
Yeah.
And Ada is, I think, around 8 feet. 8'4". Literally a foot shorter than you. So, if we're being honest, you both kind of find this to be a little tight. Though You more than
I'm used to it.
yeah, you are. And
Well, some places accommodate me. It's not
It's-
the most common thing.
yeah, especially down here in the Ocean Kingdoms where large characters like you are not actually very common. You're more common up on the surface. Down here, not so much. So, let's see. So you are now on the ship, and he is going to lead you to where the woman is being kept. He leads you in to see a beautiful young woman in a flowing white, almost transparent gown with pale white skin and bright blue eyes and blonde hair. She seems to recognize you as you come in, and she comes right up to you and gives Aime a hug, and then she gives Ada a hug, and then she gives Rick a hug, and then she hugs Diana. She hugs all of you, and she's also speaking in a strange language that none of you can identify.
I'd like to challenge that.
Sure. You want
Are
to make
you
a
sure
check?
I don't identify it?
You want to make a check? Go ahead.
I would like to make a check. Would it be a society?
Yes. You have no idea.
Don't
You're
recognize it. Okay.
Does Ada want to make a check?
Yes. What kind of check?
A society.
I can work with this and private roll.
It is, yes. You accidentally rolled that in GM only when it should have been in secret. But you
That's
believe
okay.
you believe that she is speaking in Old Tiranan. So Rick should be able to Rick should be able to translate it, right?
It's on my list.
Ada does not know, so she's just going to look over towards Rick with like a confused expression. It's like she's waiting for translation.
I look back at Ada and shrug.
And cue facepalm.
Marvelous.
Diana shakes her head. She's speaking in alchemist, and it's shocking that I even know that, because no one has even heard that language spoken in 2,000 years, 3,000 years even. No one's heard that language spoken in a long time.
Wait, and then does that mean that the language has just been isolated here for all this time, or is there some other reason why she's able to speak this language that was long since dead?
The woman possessed?
Diana asks, "Can I please see the marble box that you say that she was found in?" And Forma nods. Yeah, sure. Do either of you want to go with her and check this out?
I'll come with.
Yes, I'll probably come with.
Someone might need to carry it.
Okay, so everyone else will stay here
Single-handedly.
with the girl, and Rick and Ada, you go with Forma and Diana to go check out this marble box. When he brings you into what looks like it looks like a cargo room. It's really large. It's much wider than all the corridors here, to be honest with you. And there's a bunch of cargo boxes stacked on top of each other in here. And in the center of this room, you find this marble white, pinkish white box that is about the size of a coffin.
I didn't do it.
And he brings you up to it, and inside there is this layer of pink liquid. Do you want to try?
Time for a taste test.
Okay.
Don't.
Why not?
Because we don't know what it is. We're forced.
Well, how am I supposed to find out what it is without tasting it?
There are other ways to tell what something is without tasting it.
All right, then. After you.
Okay, Ada, how do you want to figure out what this is.
Yeah, like, wait, so what did it exactly look like? What was it exactly?
It's a pink liquid, like magenta color.
Like the color of my roll.
Huh,
Like that color?
Yeah, kind
like, wait, is it in some sort of container?
Yeah, is there's a layer of it in this pinkish white marble box that looks about the size of a coffin.
Then, if anything, she would probably just kind of tap the side of the coffin to see how the liquid inside reacts.
It doesn't react because to be honest, that the box's walls are like a foot thick or even more, maybe like 2 feet thick or even 3.
Okay then. But that complicates things slightly. I'm trying to think of something that I could use for this because I'm tempted to have Ada just partially, basically just tap the surface of the liquid slightly with something, but not with her bare hands. Like, I'm trying to think of what she could potentially use to kind of test kind of like surface tension in a way.
Here. What do you want?
Traveler's any tool.
Like,
You can have a hammer, you can have a shovel, you can have.
if anything, a small hammer works fine.
All right.
There you
I
go.
envision a small hammer for a moment and then hand it to Ada.
Yeah, like then in that case, she would kind of lightly tap the kind of like back side of a hammer, like kind of like the I'm not entirely sure what to
The
call
hook
them.
side.
Kind of, yeah, the hooked side of it on onto the waddle for a quick bit, just to see kind of like if it's more viscous or if it's more kind of like waddle based.
It's pretty viscous. It's kind of like syrup.
You're not making the
Hmm.
taste test argument any worse.
Yeah. I was about
It's
to say,
thick like syrup.
like, did any of it stick to the hammer? Or,
Yes.
okay, then in that case, might as well try to see what happens when it comes to into contact with skin.
Okay.
So she'd probably just kind of like touch it slightly.
Nothing happens.
Okay, then. This is bringing up a hell of a lot more questions than it is bringing up answers.
Deanna says, if this woman is actually from the time of the alchemist, what if this is actually some sort of deep sleep box? It kind of like cryogenetics or something like that.
Huh, maybe that could explain why the outer casing of it is like so big. Hmm.
Given the fact that the alchemists were an extremely advanced civilization, it would pretty much stand to a reason that they could have had that technology.
Yes, so it would at least make sense for them to have something like that way before we did. Hmm.
What are you thinking, Rick?
I'm thinking they're taking too long. As I move to grab my any tool back and taste the small amount of liquid on the end of the hammer. Tell me, what does it taste like? Is it strawberry?
It tastes sort of like raspberry, but then you think you get a hint of cherry in there, which out of character are the two most disgusting fruits that I just do not like. That's me personally. I don't like cherries or raspberries.
I mean, admittedly, fair point, but admittedly I could go on kind of like my own notes about them, but I'll probably save that for after all.
I'm pretty sure this is just some sort of preservative liquid. There's no other reason why they would taste like cherries.
And it says, well, given how remarkably preserved she is.
Yeah, and by that logic, if it works, I suppose.
Just then, suddenly you hear screams coming from deeper into the submarine. You think it's coming from in the direction of where you left the girl with the other party members. And Rick, you're stunned.
Okay.
Rick made a fortitude save for free.
In case you needed it.
He's stunned. Stunned 1. So it is stunned for about a second. And as Ada, you go running in the direction of where you heard the screams. Rick follows after you about a second later or so.
And I lag behind because I'm not very fast.
When you get to where you heard the screams, you find several of the guard officers dead. These guard officers who were standing guard here, they're dead. Right up like all the others. And the only one left alive is a female officer, a halfling, Cowan, who you find hiding in a small crevice, shaking and in shock. She is in complete shock. She can't say anything to you. You will need to make some medicine checks to help her calm down. And maybe Makoto can help with that.
What about an intimidation check?
That will probably make things worse.
But we might get an answer.
Don't.
Rick, you have the worst bedside manner.
The front lines is not the bedside.
Fair enough. But Makoto comes out and we'll start doing medicine checks to help calm her down.
Sickened
We have
2.
40, 36,
Sickened 2.
and 30.
Why is Makoto sickened?
She absolutely should not be.
Okay. So a 42, a 38, and a 32.
Yeah. So about a couple of hours later, Makoto comes to you and she says, I've gotten her calmed down enough where she can talk, and she's got stuff to say. And she tells you, I saw something. I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything like it before. I've never heard anything like it before. And she describes to you, she calls it a phantom Mystimon. She describes a glowing, sickly green octopus-like creature floating in the air, and how it drained the life and mystia from the victims. And the last she saw it, it traveled deeper into the submarine. She thinks it went into the air vents or something. You can make a perception check.
I'm not going to say it. Public or blind GM?
Public. You think that she's just using whatever terms that she knows. She doesn't actually know what it was. So it may or may not be in Mystimon. You're not entirely sure. But I have a cat under my desk. So there's that.
A good place for a cat. Second only to lap.
Absolutely. Yep, there's the cat under the desk. So, what are you thinking, Ada? What are you thinking, Ada? You will remember that when Deanna told the story of what happened to her at the dig site at the Blood Tomb, she described some kind of creature that was glowing a sickly green. So it sounds to you like it's the same thing. And as you come in and talk about this around in front of the girl, who Makoto has discovered that the girl's name is Tulusuna, apparently. And Deanna says that is absolutely an alchemist name. When you talk about this in front of her and mention this glowing, sickly, green, octopus-like creature, Tulusuna mutters a single word. You can both make perception checks. See if you can actually hear it, because she's like muttering it like a whisper.
Yeah, public or secret?
Public.
Nope. Can I spend my story point?
Yeah, you can spend a story point. Ada, you are completely captivated by her beauty. Rick, you think she said the word Paglavin?
Haven't we heard that word recently?
Yes.
Like literally a week ago?
Yes. And Deanna already recently translated that word. She's taken a step back and she says, I think she's trying to say, I think she recognizes that creature and she's trying to tell you what it is. It's called Merge. And then it's as though something just suddenly snaps and she's suddenly, the Tulusuna is looking around, terrified, looking at everyone like she doesn't recognize you. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? She's speaking in New Terranon now. And she's saying, who are you? Where am I? What is this place? Who am I?
You don't remember who you are?
No. Who am I?
Well, I'm not sure at the moment, but you may have been possessed by an ancient spirit. Give it some time to wear off, and you may remember who you used to be.
What are you thinking, Ada?
I don't think possessions wear off on their own.
I'm the exorcist here. When it's not a malicious possession, they can sometimes leave willingly.
Ada, what's your archetype?
Ghost
Hunter.
Archetypes I have. Yes, I have
Ghost Hunter and
Hunter.
Sleepwalker. And Eldritch Researcher.
I picked that up somewhat recently.
So you switched your free archetype?
No, it's like that was just when I picked up full 14th level.
Oh. So Ghost Hunter is your free archetype?
Wait, so I thought that the free archetypes things could be used for any of the listed ones.
Usually you stick to one. But oh well. So you are a ghost hunter though. So what are you thinking, Ada?
Yeah, because anything, I don't think Ada's actually dealt with that many kind of like direct ghosts. So
Is it a ghost?
mm,
Good question.
Now that you mention it, I don't think we even figure out if it actually is a ghost.
Deanna takes a step back. She says, well, if she was speaking alchemist before, then she would have to be thousands of years old. Wait till I tell Kyrene. I'm kidding. I won't really tell her. This woman is, it sounds like, quite literally out of her own time. Could it be that this amnesia is brought on by the fact that she's not even supposed to be in this time?
Yeah, like she was really out of her element.
Yeah, kind of think of it like that. What if you traveled thousands of years into the future?
If that was the case, I wouldn't pick up the common tongue of the day in 2 minutes.
No, you wouldn't.
Coming back to possession.
Or it could be that her mind is kind of recalibrating. It could even be a temporary amnesia. She may have temporary moments where she remembers things and she goes back to speaking in alchemist again. And if that happens, I would try to get as much out of her as you can before she forgets again, because there's a chance that she could forget permanently.
So I was going to say stop if I sound crazy.
Well,
but
you were just in a mental asylum, so...
It's gonna sound crazy.
Sure, shoot.
But what if the 3,000-year-old alchemist personality resides in the cherry syrup?
What?
Like, you've also probably lost track of me.
I may be watching too much Doctor Who lately, but
I've been watching Ghost Whisperer lately. But again, I've been writing a serial fiction that's like Ghost Whisperer meets Medium meets Nancy Drew. in a fantasy world.
So
selfless plug out of the way.
what if this woman is from the present time and was put into the marble sarcophagus recently and absorbed the personality of the timeless alchemist?
That would be an interesting theory, says Forma, except
Like some sort of
she was actually found in the box. And it was sealed when it was found. You wouldn't believe how hard it was for us to get it open. So Makoto comes in and she says, I actually have been on the Comstone with Dr. Gray, and she said that she did some digging and she's found similar cases to this. One from High Wind in 2564 and another one from the Quartica Islands, 1103. In both cases, a marble rectangular box was found and opened to reveal a perfectly preserved body. But in both of those cases, the boxes were damaged somewhere along the way, and those bodies never woke up like this one did. Actually, the one from 2564, they were trying to move it and ended up pumping out all of the liquid. And when they did that, a few hours later, the body completely dried up and mummified right before their eyes. Sound familiar? The one from 1103, the liquid had leaked out of the box through a hole over time before it was ever found. And as soon as they opened the box, the body just turned to dust.
Okay, I have a slightly less crazy plan than I had 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
As I grab one of the desiccated husks of the guards.
Oh my god.
And we'll go put it in the coffin with the syrup.
Guys, like, if anything, out of Kyoto, but I both love and hate the fact that I'm effectively acting as the fucking time between the two of us, trying to be the more common sense following one.
Yeah, usually you're a little more chaotic. I don't even
Sorry, it just makes too much sense to my player's brain.
I don't even have to NPC Makoto too much here. Okay.
So does it do anything?
I would say that you can carry this body all by yourself. You don't need Ada's help because you're just that damn strong.
The carry capacity of my character is the whole point.
You're just that damn strong. So you don't need help doing this. What is your carry capacity? Max bulk 18. That's ridiculous. Makoto's is 11.
The higher I get that, the more ridiculous Prescient Planner becomes.
14 for Charmy. And Charmy's strength is +4. Yours is +5.
I can produce any common piece of adventuring gear that I could have plausibly been carrying based on my carry capacity. So if I could have plausibly been carrying an entire circus tent and we just happen to need one. Hey, check out what I bought thinking we might need one.
Yeah, you have the highest bulk. You have the highest carrying capacity of anyone. So, no, you don't need help carrying this body. Especially because the creature did all the work for you by draining out all the life force. It's all dried up, so you know what happens when you dry fruit? It gets lighter.
Yep.
Because you're taking out all the liquid. You're taking out all the water. So That's what happened here. So it's already lighter than the person was in life. Yeah, you don't need help. Rick's just that damn strong. Anyways, you carry this body all by yourself up to the box. Ada doesn't get a chance to say, no, let's not do this. It sounds too crazy.
Admittedly, at this point, I'm just rolling with it.
Just going with it.
If I'm wrong, what happens?
Then you are.
But as you make it to the cargo bay,
Did somebody drink all of the syrup?
as you make it to the cargo bay, you see a couple of dead Mystimon on the floor. You see what looks like both of you actually make me a nature check. Make me a nature check.
Public
Private.
or GM?
Private.
Okay.
Private.
So blind.
Oh my gosh.
We're awful at this.
Ada, you think it's a Shiroshi. Don't ask me why. Because this is a giant lobster. But you think it's a Shiroshi.
It's a desiccated husk.
Rick, you
That
happen to
would be
know
why.
that Shiroshi is a shark Mystimon. You believe that this is a Runaclow. And you also see another creature. You can go ahead and make me another nature check. Let's see if Ada can do better on this.
Nope, it's my turn to get it wrong.
It essentially looks like a giant mantis. Ada has no idea what it is. But Rick, you absolutely 100% for a fact know that it is a Cyctus. So they're just lying there on the floor. And you have no idea how they even got here. You do know this is a science vessel, so it's possible. It's perfectly plausible that they could have some Mystimon that they're doing, research on here. But you're not sure why there's a Runaclaw and a Cyctus lying on the floor here. But you do make me perception checks, both of you.
I'm guessing blind.
No, public. Does anyone want to spend a story point?
Yeah, I'll probably spend mine.
Okay, let's hope it's better. That's better. Thank you for that house rule. That's a lot better. You skip over it at first, but you suddenly your eye just goes right back. Like, what the? You notice a sickly green glowing spot. It is like glowing in the darkness over on the left-hand side, on the left-hand wall, over by an air vent. You think, and as you go over to investigate it, you realize is a slimy substance of some kind. And as you're focusing on that, both of you make me perception checks. You hear something stirring behind you. As you look, you both see that the Mystimon on the floor that you thought were dead just a moment ago are beginning to move as they rise, and they're glowing in a sickly green aura, and they attack. Roll for initiative.
Oh, wait, hell no.
I'm going to delete some things that need to be deleted. I'm going to get the music back on, turn back on. So, we have a Cyctus, and we have a Runaclaw. Toggle combat state. I will roll for Charmy. I will roll for Makoto.
And this time, remember that...
I think I accidentally rolled for Ada. Oops. I think we have 2 Ricks for some reason. I don't know how. I'll roll for the Cyctus.
If anything, this
Begin
time,
encounter.
This time, remember that I have the Quantum Pulse action, so initiative already starts off with the Warp Reality active.
All right. Throw it out. Throw out the Warp Reality. Warp Reality. So both these creatures are glowing in this sickly green aura, and they attack. The Cyctus is going to move up to Makoto, unfortunately, because she was closer to it. Both of you were investigating the wall over here. Pretend there's a wall there. I really need to do an indoor battle map. I'll get to that eventually. So what this thing is going to do is it is going to try to make an athletics check to grab Makoto. It rolls a 20 on the die, it grabs her. And then it is going to drain Mystia. It requires an athletics check against her 4 DC, which is a failure. So, unfortunately, that didn't work. It's going to try again. It has one more action. It's going to try again. Actually, it does not have one more action. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm an idiot. Because it moved, then grabbed her, and then it drained Mystia. That's Cyctus's turn. Ada.
Yeah, okay, did not expect to be this high up in the initiative order, but we can work with this.
Does Rick happen to know why there's 2 of him?
No, I don't.
Rick, I think he disconnected.
On purpose.
Oh.
Is there still a Rick? Or did they both go away?
There's still 2 Ricks. Let's try this. Nope, can't do that. Oh well.
Reconnect. Okay. I can see the turn order now.
Oh, I should turn off the pause. I don't know why that was paused.
Yeah.
I'll move forward the time a few hours. It's around almost noon. Why did Rick move?
I'm trying to find the second Rick token.
There just happens to be a second Rick in the encounter bar. We don't know why.
But either way, so it's like we could go down to heal,
Sounds like fun.
and we will go ahead and do a anchoring strike.
Anchoring strike. Battle could be disorienting, but for you, the intense mental effort of striking your targets lends you additional clarity and focus. You make a strike. The strike gains the following success and critical success effects. Go for it. While Rick is playing with things.
Some people have attention deficit disorder, okay?
Yes, I know.
Oh, you're playing with one.
Yes. I've suspected for years, Cyber, that you had ADHD. And
So,
Ada, you missed.
Doesn't get anything, so we will go ahead and just use touch something real since it's a anchoring action. It automatically sustains the field.
Alrighty. And that is Ada's turn. Rick.
Let's see. They are too far away, so I will have to make them less far away.
One way to put it.
Which would be 5, 10, 15. That should still be fine.
Sure. Bash the psychic. It's literally a praying mantis with psychic powers.
And then, did we decide that I have an extra 5 feet of range because I am large?
Yes.
Okay.
Large characters are supposed to have reach. Power attack.
On the Runiclaw.
On the Runiclaw. Bash the lobster. Both Mystimon that you have never seen before.
That makes me upset.
You missed.
Okay.
That is upsetting. Yep.
There's my turn.
Makoto. Makoto is going to try to get out of this somehow. I'm going to have to figure that out. She's going to make an acrobatics check to try to get out of it against its athletics DC. Wrong creature. Its athletics DC is 28, so that succeeds. So she is no longer grabbed. She moves away back over here, and we're going to cast a spell. We're going to cast some spells. I think she would probably absolutely cast Ice Storm right now, but she can't because it's a 3-action spell. I think she is going to cast Tidal Wave. So Cyctus is going to have to make a... Well, actually, it's a cone. We're going to place a cone. So, unfortunately, it does hit Cyctus, but it also hits Charmy, Rick, and Ada. Sorry.
We can look at this.
Make a fortitude DC.
Yeah, fortitude save.
Make a fortitude save. Rick critically succeeds. Cyctus fails, which is exactly what we want. Ada fails. And Ada, Charmy succeeds. I don't know why Charmy is sickened.
Because somebody didn't properly heal up the party after the end of the last
Yeah, you're right.
story arc.
Get those off. Okay. So Charmy succeeds. Ada fails. That's fun. Rick critically succeeds. Cyctus fails, which was exactly what we wanted. We wanted Cyctus to fail. So here's what happens. A wave of water emerges from you and it charges from you in a cone. Creatures in the area must make a fortitude save or be moved back 5 feet times the number the failed DC was by, and becoming prone on a critical failure. So, Rick, you weather this like a rock, literally, like a rock in an ocean. So, heightened 5th rank plus, it deals 2d6 at 3rd rank, and it also deals 2d6 for every 2 levels heightened. It does 6d6 water damage. So let's see. Cyctus failed by 3. So 3 times 5 equals 15. Cyctus gets moved back 15 feet. Ada, you failed by 5. You get moved back 25 feet.
All washed up.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like that the combat is leaving without me.
That's one way of putting it. And she does 6d6 water damage
What a roll.
to Cyctus and to Ada, and Charmy gets half of it, and Rick gets none of it. So that is her turn. She once again screams out, "I'm sorry, Ada."
Charmy
It's fine.
did not fail.
She succeeded, but she didn't critically succeed like you did. So she still gets
Yes,
half.
but no. Creatures who fail their save also take 2d6 water damage.
You're right. I'm sorry, Ada. I'm sorry, Ada. I will heal
fine.
you next turn. Runaclaw. So here's the unfortunate thing that you might have just noticed. Oh wait, you didn't. Never mind. The Runaclaw is going to move up to Rick.
That's a step and does not trigger my reactive strike,
That's unfortunate.
I believe.
And it is going to do a claw attack on Rick.
Okay.
That hits by 5.
Oh no.
And it is the claw also includes grab and reef claw venom. So it's going to try to spend another action. First of all, let's deal with the reef claw venom. Send a chat. Make a fortitude save. You critically failed. You are now at stage 1 of the reef claw venom, and you take 6d6 poison damage, and you're enfeebled 1.
Where that does not look like 66 damage.
That's what it rolled. That's what it rolled.
Okay.
It just rolled a lot of 1s, apparently.
Had to make up for Makoto's really good roll.
Yeah, apparently. So now it's going to spend a second action, well, a third action actually, to try to grab you.
That's against my athletics DC of 36.
And it fails. It critically fails. That is its turn.
Can I grab it?
When it gets to your turn, absolutely.
No, I meant because of the critical failure.
No.
Okay.
So Charmy is going to move up. I want to see some Slayer shenanigans. Unfortunately, she's not on the hunt yet. She needs Rick to critically hit this creature so she can be on the hunt. Got it?
No, say that again.
You need to critically hit the Cyctus so she can be on the hunt.
Okay.
No pressure. Let's see. Slayer shenanigans. Slayer shenanigans. We are going to go over to action tab. Let's see here. We're going to do Hone Strike. We're going to do Hone Strike. So she's going to make a strike with her Blood-Seeking Blade signature tool. Going to target the Runeclaw. So the Runeclaw, okay. And strike with the Blood-Seeking Blade with a +2 circumstance bonus. It hits by 4, in case that mattered. Roll the damage. So the Runeclaw takes 21 points of damage, but it only took a fraction of that. What do you think happened? It only took 11. What do you think happened?
Resistance to physical damage.
Could be.
An innate shield that took 10 damage.
She moved, and then she did her Hone Strike, which is a 2 action, so that's her turn. And we're going to go take a short break. Break time. We'll be right back in 5 minutes.